Welcome everyone to Grow with G Suite, our updates and reminders for you for the month of July. My name is Sarah Gasparic, and I'm a change management consultant with Augusto, a Pythian company. And I've got a few great things to put on your radar for the weeks ahead. So let's dive right in. Our agenda today, short and sweet. We're going to start off with giving you some hints around some mobile updates you'll want to take care of. There's a nice update for how things can be viewed in calendar to reflect true, accurate meeting times. And we'll round out with something that maybe is a little bit more of a refresher. G Suite did some nice updates to sites by giving you some templates, and we want to make sure that's not something you missed earlier this year. So with that being said, let's dive right in. First up, we're going to talk about those apps to update. Google is continually working to improve performance and security, and they wanted us to know that there are some older versions of G Suite desktop and mobile apps that may stop working on August 12th of this year. So in particular, they're most concerned about the versions that were released prior to December 2018 in terms of impact. But it never hurts just to make sure that you're up to date and keeping things fresh. So we encourage you to take some time today if you can, or in the next week, but certainly before August 12th, make sure that the relevant apps for you are up to date. So this is our current list. If you're watching our recording, just go ahead and pause on the screen perhaps and take care of those updates right now. Not all of these apps are relevant for every organization, right? Classroom iOS app, if you've never heard of that, for example, relates to G Suite for Education, but we wanted you to be aware of the full set that may need updating depending on which type of user you might be. Now let's cruise over and we'll show you a look at those calendar updates that we were talking about. I'm going to move out of my demo real quick and move us into a nice view of the calendar itself. You may have noticed this update already. If you're not seeing it today, note that it could be coming your way in the next week or two, depending on when your organization sees this update. When you click to create a new event now, you're going to see some nice enhancements to be able to have more incremental start and end times. So if I wanted a 1:15 meeting on Friday that ended at 1:30, just a quick 15-minute check-in, I can make that happen now. And as I do, we'll notice that same behavior for everything else in terms of adding people, being able to put in lots of other great details. But when I invite Lizzie to this check-in with me, we'll notice that I've got that ability to see that shorter, more brief meeting, not just seeing a half-hour increment being reserved, but truly seeing that 15-minute increment, give me a better feeling for how to prepare for my day, maybe a little bit more peace of mind as I do my scheduling. So we're thrilled about that update. If you don't see it already, expect to see that rolling out your way in the days ahead. So a nice way for all of us to put some buffer in potentially, instead of always having a meeting start at the top of the hour. Give people a little wiggle room if their day is really jam-packed. And our final update and hint for you today relates to Google Sites. When you are building a website, maybe for an intranet, a team project, maybe just to promote a volunteer initiative, and you want to rally your team who might be working virtually together around that, you may find that it's fun to have a little bit of interactivity by creating a website, which you can do right through your Google setup. By going underneath More and into Google Sites, I'll be brought to a nice blank view, there it goes, of how to create something from scratch. But similar to other Google tools, if we head to that top left-hand corner and we click on that icon, you're going to be able to get to a place where you can see a template gallery. This is going to allow me to save some time in terms of maybe that volunteer promotion I want to have with my team. I can pop into that event template and start from there. So you can explore that gallery a little bit more through the template gallery button, but let me just hop you into one just as a super quick example. so that you can see that nice little boost it's going to give you. Certainly fully editable once that template loads. So if you're not a big fan of that golden yellow color, you can certainly make adjustments as needed. But it's nice to see some of that structure being pre-built for you to give you just some new ideas of how to keep things fresh and interesting, maybe some layout possibilities you might not have considered before as you create your design. And the nice thing is they didn't just go for homepage for you. They built out a few other subpages as well to really give you a little bit more depth to that site that you may wish to create. While we're in sites, I want to remind you too that there were some enhancements over the last year as well to the settings, which you can find under the gear. So that's my bonus hint. Feel free to check that out as well. That can really add some nice impact to the site that you might be creating. You can find out more about these updates by keeping track of us at Augusto, Pythian Company, as well as by reaching out to us directly. So if you need just a few more tips and hints on any of these items, you can reach out to us to learn more. Currently, you can still reach me at training@augusto.com. Sales@augusto.com works as well, or reach your representatives directly that you've already been partnering with through Augusto, a Pythian Company. Thanks so much for tuning in, and we'll look forward to checking in with you all again soon. Have a great rest of your day.